Cheers,
Oh, yeah. Ohana, this is Satori, second unit, this is Satori. We're supposed to meet up along the way with at least 2 other boats. At this point we're about 10 miles from our destination. We should be close enough to have radio contact. Starting to worry a bit. Where is second unit? None of these boats look like our friends.
Our friends Ohana and second unit made it to the Dry Tortugas shortly after Satori arrived. Our boats were on 2 different courses, and we were simply out of radio contact the entire trip down. We were so happy to see them.
Your chin is correct. Okay, now you have to rise up on your releve. Very nice. Yeah. Put.
Like that?
Yep.
Let's snorkel instead.
Okay.
During a quick check of our snorkel gear, we said hello to the 2 Goliath Grouper that set up camp underneath Satori. They can weigh as much as 800 pounds, but these guys are probably closer to the average size of 400 pounds. The Dry Tortugas is home to some of the most vibrant coral reefs in the United States and is a snorkeler's wonderland. The reef stretches from the Dry Tortugas in the Gulf of Mexico all the way to Miami in the Atlantic Ocean. This reef is the home of hundreds of tropical fish and marine life. The Windjammer site is located on Loggerhead Reef. It was not until 1990 that the vessel was identified as the Norwegian Avanti, which sank in 1907. The Avanti was an iron-hulled 3-mast ship built in 1875, which was relatively late in the age of sail. The vessel was carrying lumber when it was lost. However, the events of the wreck are still unknown. Archaeologists speculate the vessel was lost in a storm.
30 knots of wind, and the wind is just howling right now. It's just havoc. All the boats next to us, we're all swinging. We're within, geez, I don't know, what's like 20 feet next door. The storm just whips in, and we are just exhausted from the passage yesterday. But I'm not gonna get any sleep with this going on, so I'm just gonna hang out. Hopefully wait this out, and hopefully it's just a front that comes through and whips, but these gusts are just wicked here, and there's no protection at all. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go up front, check out the anchor, make sure everything's good up there. We're getting real close. No, it's too close when you feel like you can step into the cockpit.
Like my heart's kind of beating fast.
Yeah.
Those gusts really freak me. Thank God there's other people out here.
So the wind's died down to 17 knots. It feels like it's super calm suddenly, because that was just crazy. Everybody's up in the anchorage. We got about, I don't know, say 9-10 boats in here. Nobody looked like they moved. We stayed pretty solid. We didn't move at all. Swung back and forth a lot. That's just all in the last hour. Winds got pretty high. Jeff said he saw it clocked at 38, 39 knots. This is top wind speed. But that was nuts. That was crazy. I hope. I'm sure people have been through worse, but I'm a little nerve-wracking. I'm gonna try and get some sleep now.
Me too.
We are too close right now. Morning.
I got plenty of room to pull up.
Okay.
I got a lot of chain out, so I got like 175 feet.
Beautiful.
Weather forecast for today is all day.
This is pretty much it. I mean, it said like 17 knots all day. That should make our lives a little easier. Let's see, what is this wind blowing at? We got about 15 knots. Feels like more. So Kelly's sleeping. And it's bright back there. So she's using her bra as an eye mask. Hey baby.
Yeah.
Is it too bright in here?
Yeah. I have a bra on my face, don't I?
Yeah.
The first thing I grab. Good morning.
Good morning.
You forgot about that.
The Adventures of King Arthur.
Look at King Arthur as he strolls down the beach at his vacation castle. These are modest accommodations for such a king. A good king has never been fond of the beach, or water for that matter. As a young prince and the runt of the litter, a good king was routinely bullied by his brothers who pined for the king's chair. During prep school, Arthur was regularly subject to swirlies in the royal commode. Ever since, a good king has been cursed with the fear of all things liquid. Any great king must overcome his fears if he is to rule the land. This king is no different. Look as he perseveres. You can see the pain in his eyes as he powers through his internal struggle. Our good king is resilient. He towers with pride at his accomplishment. You should be proud. Look how your peasants bow to your greatness. You are a king like none other. That's right, King Arthur. You are the greatest in all the land.
You don't get this stuff in the dock.
Woo! You gonna test it out? Yeah. Woo!
You go in?
In 1825, a lighthouse was built on Garden Key here in the Dry Tortugas, 70 miles due west of Key West. Shortly after, the construction of Fort Jefferson began in an effort to fortify one of the most strategic deepwater anchorages in North America. Fort Jefferson is constructed of more than 16 million handmade red bricks, though it is still considered unfinished. Walking around the fort, it's hard to imagine the 2,000 people living within these walls during the mid-1800s. During the Civil War, the federal government decided to use the fort as a prison, even though it was still in construction. Being sent to Fort Jefferson was considered a fate worse than death. It meant hard labor, blazing sun, scarce food and fresh water, swarms of mosquitoes, not to mention bouts of malaria and yellow fever. Prisoners were forced to wear a ball and chain while working day and night to build the enormous brick structure. The fort's most famous prisoner was Dr. Samuel Mudd. Dr. Mudd was sentenced to life imprisonment after being convicted of treason. Dr. Mudd treated the broken leg of John Wilkes Booth after he assassinated President Abraham Lincoln. After a failed attempt at escape in 1865, Dr. Mudd's heroic efforts during a yellow fever outbreak earned him a pardon in 1869. Now the only prisoner at Fort Jefferson is the saltwater crocodile that has been stranded on the islands for years. We'll call him Gary. We're off to Ohana for happy hour while we wait for SV Artemis to join our group. They're on their way from Key West and the seas are nasty.
Janet, you're the best.
Get on board, Mr. Man.
Hey!
Yay!
How you doing? Yo!
Yay!
Hey!
Yay! I got the inReach. I don't have any messages from him, but we did get one from Kelly's mom that she's worried because the weather up there is nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lily. We love Lily.
Did she send you pictures to the puppy? That's all we care about is Arthur.
No.
The puppy?
Cheers,
Oh, yeah. Hey!
One of the crew members on SV Artemis fell overboard while puking. The seas were so bad, half the crew members were seasick. Thanks to Jeff's quick action, nobody was hurt.
I want a dib. I want a 110. That's 110.
Just so you know, don't mess it up.
Oh no, that's not a pressure.
She's getting good.
Good job.
Oh yeah, get that booty.
Fire that thing up.
The Wi-Fi is like
Look,
great.
baby.
I hope there's no Wi-Fi, so like
They got
people aren't just
mimosas,
on their
she had
phones
pimple.
all the time, you know?
Because it's annoying.
Yeah.
You coming by for mimosas tomorrow?
Yeah, you know how you perk Kelly up is you show her champagne.
Come, I got 4 bottles.
Classy lady.
We got OJ fresh.
I got 4 bottles. I got OJ. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, well. Oh,
There you go.
baby. Yeah.
Is this a sex video or how to start your outboard video?
Yeah, twist that.
Twist it the other way.
Next time on Sailing Satori, we try to leave the Dry Tortugas, but Mother Nature has another plan for us. Want to support our future videos? Hit like below and subscribe. It's totally free and you'll get notified every time we post a new video. You can also shop through our Amazon link. Every time you shop, they'll kick us a few bucks. All you have to do is click on the link and shop like you normally would. It's totally free. We'll put the link in the description. And as always, thank you to all our patrons and our PayPal supporters.